guys, we are back at the murder house. We're gonna go in. Right guys, I want to play you a bit of audio footage. Let you know what happened at this property in 1971 to Margaret Gill. It's a long audio, but it's only a few minutes long, but it's worth a listen. You know, it tells exactly what happened, and got a statement there from John Carr, the murderer and stuff. So definitely worth a listen. If not, just skip past it, you know. But here it goes. See he's in there. Hope he's enjoyed.
John Carr was convicted of the manslaughter of Margaret Gill, 44. He stabbed her 40 times at Maidens Hall Farm, Morpeth, Northumberland on the 25th of March 1971. Margaret Gill was the wife of the farmer that rented Maidens Hall Farm, and John Carr was employed there as a general farm hand and had been working there for 2 years. Margaret Gill and her husband had been married for 25 years. Margaret Gill's husband said that John Carr was a good worker and had only lost half a day's work since he had been there. The farmer last saw his wife on the 25th of March 1971 at 10:45 a.m. just before he left the farm with a van load of sheep for a Clinton mart. He said they had breakfast and a cup of tea together, and he said that he spoke to her about feeding the cattle in a hemmel and suggested that she and John Carr should do it, but she refused, saying that she and him should do it when he returned from the mart. He said that when he left her, she was in the very best of spirits. When the farmer returned at 5:45 p.m. he said he could tell by the sound the sheep were making that they had not been fed and could find no signs of his wife. He said that he found the house door locked and went to the coal shed to get a spare key, but said that it was not where they normally hid it and that he had to use a ladder to climb in through an open bedroom window. Margaret Gill's husband said that John Carr was not about at the time, but that was not unusual as he normally finished at 5 p.m. When he got into the house, the farmer said that he found that the drawer in which his wife kept the housekeeping money and the money from the sale of eggs had been ransacked, and that the 2 tins in which his wife kept the money were empty of cash. He said that about £10 to £12 was missing. Later, after his family arrived, he said that it became apparent that none of them had seen Margaret Gill all day, and so he called the police. When the police arrived, they found Margaret Gill dead. John Carr said that the day started off like any other day. He fed the beast in the byres and the hemmel round the place and then had breakfast with Margaret Gill's husband, adding that the farmer's friends were still there. After breakfast he said he helped the farmer get the horse out and helped him load up with hay, corn and a bag of pellets for the moor, as well as the loading of 29 sheep into vehicles. The farmer then asked John Carr to get a ewe off of the moor and then led the turnips. After the farmer and his friends left, John Carr said he went across the moor to bring a black-faced ewe in, and when he got back it was dinner time, and went into the farmhouse kitchen where he ate. He said that at the time he could hear Margaret Gill busy in the back. He said that she must have been in the pantry because he could hear the fridge lid banging. John Carr said then that he went up the field to get some turnips in with the tractor and trailer and brought 2 small loads in. John Carr said then that he decided to check on whether he had taken a bag of nuts through into the haystack, and while he was doing that Margaret Gill must have come out of the house, and as he was coming out of the hay shed into the straw barn they passed in the doorway and he stabbed her. Then said that he then dragged her across the hay shed and hid her behind some bales. John Carr then went into the house and took some food from the pantry and took a radio and money from the kitchen and loaded up a van and drove off. He said that he bought the knife 3 weeks earlier in the shop next to Regal at Ashington. He said that about 2 miles down the road he saw another man and stopped to talk and told him that he was driving to Blyth to get the van lights fixed. He then drove to Morpeth and Newcastle and ended up in Penrith that night. He said that the next day he kept driving south and ended up just outside Manchester, where he turned and went back up. Later near Brough he parked up in a lay-by where he was found by the police, who took him back to Kendal. When John Carr spoke to a doctor, he told him that as he was coming from the hay shed to the straw barn he saw a blurred shape coming towards him and he had the knife out and he stabbed her. He said that he didn't realize that it was her until after he had killed her. John Carr said, "I seemed to be miles away. She shouted my name 3 times. I can remember her shouting my name. I didn't think I had stabbed her many times. 12 times at the very most. My solicitor tells me I stabbed her over 40 times. The doctor concluded by stating that on the balance of probability John Carr was suffering from an abnormality of mind. namely a state of unreality due to underlying endogenous depression which substantially impaired his responsibility at the time of the offense. In court, John Carr was convicted of manslaughter although no hospital order was made, and he was sentenced to life imprisonment.
Check it out, how we're going this way. How it been? You can experience it.
Margaret, are you there? Margaret, come through and try and talk to her. We've come here to try and make contact with you. We know you want it. Try and make contact with you. We know you want it. Try and make contact with you. We know you want it.
Right guys, is anyone here? Can you make some activity for it? Knock on the walls. Make the K2 meter go off. Come on, show her that you're here. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's got a proper horrible feeling in this house now.
Hasn't it? I've got pure goosebumps all over us, mate.
I feel like I just want to keep myself in this corner.
Jesus.
Oh, look at this. Margaret? Hello. That was a horrible voice, that. Margaret, we've come to talk to you.
Can you say Margaret? Say your name. Help. Did you say help?
Margaret, we've come to talk to you the day we know you were murdered in this house.
Is there anything you want to say to anyone?
No.
No.
Margaret, do you know the name of the person that murdered you?
Image. What year did you die here?
Margaret, are you still here? Is your spirit still here with me? Can you give us a yes or a no? Or is anybody there want to try and make the K2 meter spike?
If the person who was here last time, who locked that door, then opened it, can you make this K2 meter go off? Or make that door slam again? That door's been sat for a good few minutes without slamming.
Somebody's come from upstairs, right?
Stop that one going to look. It's still on.
It's just knocked on now. What's wrong?
I don't know. It's just a microphone or something. My heart is proper racing in here, like.
I'm not surprised.
Got pure goosebumps.
Got a proper horrible feeling, mate.
I was going to say, get that light on you. See that what I done there, mate? Whoa. That door just opened.
What did?
That one.
Did you have your camera on?
I'm not sure what it is. But it was shut and then it opened. Look.
TV on first. I don't like this house, mate.
This is where people spotted the blood splatters. See them?
Yeah.
Don't like the stairs, the way they go here. Go up that way and this way. And I think this is where it happened out. In this room. Because there's murder to the caution tape, look. Just looking through there, mate.
It's eerie as fuck. Honestly, I've never felt like this. And we've been some fucking haunted places and I've never felt like this before.
My heart's still pounding now.
What's this code? 7362. Oh. Hello, is anybody here want to communicate with me? Does anyone want to try and shut that door right in front of her? If there is anybody here,
Fucking taps on the window.
oh, something in that room all day, and I keep saying.
I know, mate, I do now. I'm keep looking, put my phone there, looking, but I'm skitting at the same time. Gill, did you ever see Gill?
Margaret Gill. Margaret, is that you? Hell, is that you, Margaret? Make the K2 meter go off. Let me know your presence. Margaret, if you're really here, try and show it.
Pure fucking on edge, yeah, like.
What?
Proper on edge.
I am.
Yeah, imagine coming here on your own.
I don't know how you don't mean. You're fucking mad. Did you come upstairs as well?
I did, Pitch black now, mate. Got more footage in it.
It's like the network Frank's having a conversation with fucking... Whoa, what was that? Did you not see that?
Flashing.
Aye.
Wasn't the necrophonic when it flashes?
No, like in the corner. Margaret, is that you seeing help? Dead. Margaret, what was the name of the man who killed you? Well,
Ken.
we know what happened here. Was it this room?
Dead. Is there any bad spirits here?
No. Honestly, I keep seeing something in that room. What is it?
It sounds like it's a full-on conversation. That
Yeah.
necrophonic. K2 meters going off. Come on, make that K2 meter go off again.
Come on, if anybody's there, try and show us somehow.
Make a tapping noise.
Slam a door.
Show yourself or touch Dean.
Come on, we know there's a spirit here. Someone got murdered here.
Your husband.
I'll try to ring.
Fuck them leaves and dim leaves, Dean.
What?
You're K2. The room straight in front of me, we've got big spikes in there. Oh, this one. This is spooky on another level, this guys, Jesus. We were huddled up together in the corner before. It's out in that cupboard. Margaret, if you've got something to say or you want to leave a message for someone, now's your time.
What was that? That wasn't even on the necrophonic, that.
That was Margaret. I'm telling you now.
Mate, that wasn't even the necrophonic, that.
I know.
That was a fucking...
She said something.
Oh, I can't wait for that to pick that. That would have picked that up.
Why? Because I've got this.
Look at the timeline. 1 minute 30, 1 minute 20 seconds would have been. That was a fucking normal voice, that.
Was that you, Margaret, trying to leave your message? We heard that. Thank you very much.
Do you want to try and do that again, Margaret?
We heard you there, Margaret. I keep thinking I've seen a shadow now.
Is there anybody here that wants to communicate with her? Help! Who's that?
Before we knew, look at this one standing there looking at me now.
I know.
Try and pull that light, keep that light on. Try and lighten the place up a bit for me, will you?
Huh?
Keep it on, but on the last one. That one, Just to keep it lit up a bit for the footage.
That's not from that long.
Press it 5 times, that's fine.
Is there anybody here with me? No.
Last time I was here, something was here downstairs with us. Was that a demon? I seen a black orb coming out the fireplace. Margaret, is your husband still here as well? Because I know this was 50 years ago.
That's where I have my sense of presence.
That's where we got proper, you watching that video, mate. We got mad spikes on that there, where you've just put that. Margaret, we'd love it if you could say your name. Can you say Margaret? What was that? That's feeling how I turn that off.
Is that someone trying to communicate with me saying, Dean, I'm here to talk to you if you want.
Dave.
Someone said both of our names there. Does someone wish to talk? You did.
Say Margaret.
That's who we came for, Margaret. We want to see her, or feel her, or hear her. Margaret Gill. Margaret, will you come and talk to her, please? We know you were murdered in this house. Of a man you used to employ. And he stashed your body downstairs, didn't he? Margaret, did he stab you 40 times? Where did he stash your body? Was this the room you were murdered in? Margaret, will you please come and talk to her, please? We've come all this way to speak to you. We know your spirit's still here.
Make that K2 meter go off in the doorway. If you go next to it, it will light up and let one know that you're here.
What was that downstairs?
Say your name, Margaret, forward. Okay, say Mr. Gill. Come on, let me know you're here. Throw something. Move something.
Come on, we know someone's here. Why can't you do something? We're not leaving until you do. You slam a door right now, we'll leave. That door's holding a little bit.
Get out there.
Slam a door and we'll leave. Any door. We'll make our presence known and we'll leave. Until then, we're not.
We're provoking and you get out and leave. Leave. There we go. Get out.
I'll go downstairs.
Yeah, how
What? Have you been like that before?
It's just, since we've came here, it's gone nuts. Hasn't it? It's got me basket.
Do you like this house, mate?
Do you want to grab the key too?
You don't like this house.
It's just fucking...
How did you come here on your own? I'm gonna let this never fly, just take away every part.
It's unreal, isn't it, that I come here on my own. Can't believe it. It's not be doing that again, and that for a fact. Yeah, when you come up the stairs, you've got stairs one side, the stairs going to be that side. It creeps you out like. What? It's a big card there.
Is there anyone here? Is there anybody in this house right now want to communicate with me? My name's Dean. my friend Dave, we've come here to try and speak to a Margaret. Does Margaret want to come through and try and talk to her? Margaret, if you just slam the door or let me know you're here, we'll leave.
Get out.
Yeah, get out. Leave.
Come on, show me you're here. Show me your presence. Drain the battery from over equipment if you want. Show me that you're here.
Signal off. Margaret, would you rather be seen in complete darkness? I've left this device taken away in my pocket for a reason. Because I do believe you're still here. And until your presence is felt, we're not going anywhere. If you want us to leave, slam a door. Make a bang.
Creepy.
Whoa.
The little kid's voice.
Yeah. Okay, two's going off. Whoa, whoa.
There's nothing nowhere near that
No.
to make it go off, so thank you for making the K2 meter go off. If you can do that again, make it go to red. Through the door. Dean. Margaret, say your name. If you've got a message for me, now's your chance. I think it's really sad what happened to you, Margaret. We hope you're resting in peace and finally with your husband.
Is there anything you would like to do to that person who murdered you? Took you far too soon from your husband? Stashed your body in the barn? What would you like to do to him?
Kill him.
What would you like to do to him?
Kill him.
What would you like to do to him?
Kill him.
Fuck off.
Tell me, mate. Can you repeat that? Definitely said kill him. Fucking tell me, mate. We'll just have a little bit of an explore now, and it's too windy to go outside now, I think, yes. Now for a video.
Bonds.
Yeah.
What are the bonds?
Look at some of the bonds in there.
What is it?
There.
Use my energy, use Dave's energy, or use the energy from these electronic devices we've got. Can you repeat your name again, please, Margaret? Did it say it again there? Sorry, Margaret, can I just ask you to do that one more time, please? I heard that. Whoa. Margaret, is that you making them noises?
You making a tapping noise over there?
If that's you, Margaret, would you like to make that door slam? Do you not want to make the door slam? Is that someone calling out me? Margaret, are you still with me?
Standing out there waiting to see outside. Before I see outside there.
Margaret, will you touch me or Dave, please?
and there's loads of bands everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
So Joey, that'll come through there, do you? Margaret, is this where they hit your body? K2's keep going.
Someone trying to say Dean?
When they read that.
I mean, man, just putting me next to him now and it's not doing fucking jack shit.
Whoa.
Margaret, are you with us right now?
Make that K2 meter go back to red. On demand. Can you stop that now? Can you make that go back to red as high as you can? Use all that energy, make it go to red.
If this is the room you were in, Margaret, let me know by making that K2 meter spike to red. If you want me to leave, make that K2 meter spike red. And if you do, we'll leave. Whoa. Do you want me to leave, Margaret?
Off like now. Take it easy, just go through it.
I'll try a different bomb. I want to try that silo.
You went in the silo? No, we're going in the silo. Like.
What?
No, we're going in the silo. Can I get that torch for you? Yeah.
What?
This camera. It's quite dark as fuck. Can't see fuck all. Jesus, got totally affected the fudge, the wind.
I'm staying right close to you though.
There's quite a few of them there. These. Whoa. Going to kind of far back. You can't go through there though. You can, but you don't want to go too far because there's a farmer's house. Imagine someone just walked past the window now.
I know.
Show yourself from one of the windows. Oh, it's got a breeze all over us there.
Oh, that thingy window, look, shining in the corner window. I don't like that, I keep seeing something.
The little one?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.